Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Muslim brothers and sisters and everybody out there. Today I want to discuss about the misconception about Salat Al Awwabin. Basically, we'll focus on references from the Quran and the Hadith. Basically, but most of our focus will just be only on. I think we'll focus only on the Hadith, not on the Quran. Uh, so now, the first misconception is that Salat Al Awwabin is a separate special prayer after Maghrib. So I've actually gone through this hadith. The reality is that this belief is based on a weak hadith. I've seen the hadith is weak. We'll go get the hadith. So whenever you come across an hadith that is daif, the hadith is weak. So now, what will make you understand that this hadith is weak, wallahu alam, is that from what the Prophet said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we'll touch on what the Prophet said and we'll touch on the Hadith. So let's first of all touch on the Hadith so you understand this. So remember that what we do is that we verify from the Hadith and the Quran, whatever it is that is happening in the Muslim world, so that at the end we don't end up doing what is not allowed in Islam. Because the truth is that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has taught us Islam, and before he left, Allah said Islam has been perfected. So the Prophet gave us a perfect Islam. So no need for us to do what is not in the Islam, what is not in the Deen. We should stay away from it. Muslims act as Muslims, non-Muslim act as non-Muslim. So now, first of all, this hadith is weak. This is a weak hadith. So I personally don't rely on weak hadith because there are many authentic hadith and many sound hadith. And because the Prophet said we should we should go with what he said. We should take what he said. Allah Azza wa Jalla said we should obey the Prophet. Allah Azza wa Jalla said we should whatever the Prophet give us is what we should accept. So now, Abu Hurairah narrated that, and you know that Abu Hurairah has narrated so many hadiths. So Allah's Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, whoever prays 6 rakah after Al-Maghrib and he does not speak about anything between them, then they will be counted for him as well 12 years of worship. I don't think this is anywhere for. I don't think this has any relationship to do with the second hadith we'll go through. Let's go to the second one. And personally, I know so let's go to this hadith. This is an online hadith website. This is another one related to this. So that this is an authentic hadith. This is Sahih Muslim. This is authentic. This is sound. So the prayer of the penitent should be observed when young or when camels feel heat of the sun. So when is this time? This time should be at around uh, basically it might be at around 9 to it will be around very sorry, it will be at around close to the period of Zuri. Close to the period of Zuri. So Zuri can fall within I've checked I've noticed sometimes Zuri fall at around 12:50 something or for something, 1 something at 2 o'clock. So basically at around this period that would be when it is hot and sunny. So this and this has no relationship because this says Maghrib. The other hadith says Maghrib and it is weak. It says Maghrib and it is weak. And this one is an authentic sound. And it says when it is sunny and the camel. You know, once the camel plays the feel the heat of the sun. So now basically we'll go with the fact that it is at around Salat Al Awwabin is around that time. So this is the correct view. Dua prayer performed at the last time. So basically, it's like scholars. I think scholars have majority of scholars have concluded that it's the dua prayer, but it is the late one, the late part of the dua. But Allah knows best. I will always try to be Basically, what that is that I pray the dua and I don't pray. I don't get to the part of dua when I say I'm praying this with the intention of this. I don't pray, but wallah alam, I'll give it a try. Very soon, I'll give it a try. So, what does it mean? If you start praying the Salat Dua at around 9 a.m., when it gets to 15 minutes, let us say when it gets to 30 minutes or 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or close to 15 minutes before Zuri, you can actually pray this. You can actually pray this. Once you pray it, Salat Al Awwabin, you can actually pray it, and then you end your prayer with it. So that is towards the end. So let's be we put it Allah guide us and support us, because what I actually knew from the start was Salat Dua, and then later I get to know the Salat our being and the Israq. Allah knows best, but I've gone to the research. My research, I've not seen an hadith it's authentic about the Israq prayer. So I try to be on the safe side. So I'm praying Salat Dua from 9 to 15 minutes before Zuri. And if the Prophet has said we should do this, then towards the time of Zuri, I can just decide to, because I've seen this as an authentic hadith. So towards the time of Zuri, let's say 20 minutes before, 15 minutes to Zuri, I can stop the dua, then pray this. Allah knows best. Wallahu alam. Sadaqallah. So let's move on. The other misconception is that Al Awwabin is mandatory. No, it is not mandatory. It is optional, but you can pray it if you like. You can always pray. You can pray it if you like, and you can leave it if you like. But it's advisable to just at least do it once in your lifetime or twice or whenever you want to do it. So let's touch on this. I think this is to tell us that. So now, Muad asks Aisha or Anha, the Prophet's wife, will love you because the Prophet loves you. So how many rakas, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah's Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam prayed at the forenoon prayer? At the forenoon prayer, she replied 4 rakas, but sometimes more as he pleased. So the Salatul Dua can be as more as you please. I think I did a video. I did a video for Salatul Dua. So this is recommended to pray Salatul Dua, the least of which is 2 rakah, the best of which is 8, and average of which is 4, and I encourage you to do more. So personally believe if you do more, you can do keep on doing more to the time of the 15 minutes before Zuri, then you find yourself in this position. You find yourself doing a Salat Al Wabin. So basically, now we all know that we can continue praying two raka from 9 a.m. to close. Wallah Allah knows best, from 9 a.m. to close to the time of close to 15 minutes before Zuri. You do this in the mosque. Wallah alam. So, Mr. Sunshine, you must pray exactly 6 raka. No, you know we've touched on this. So you can either pray 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You can do as much as you like. Salat al-Awwabin is mentioned explicitly in the Quran. The term Salat al-Awwabin is not mentioned directly in the Quran. However, those who often return to Allah is praised. Allah praise those who often return to Him. So Allah Alam, the prayer is named based on characteristic of righteous people, not direct command in the Quran. No direct command, but Allah knows best. Maybe or maybe not, but Allah knows best. Because Allah Alam. So we bless Dawood with Solomon with an excellent, what an excellent servant. He was indeed, he was indeed, he constantly turned to Allah. And to David we gave Solomon an excellent servant. Indeed, he was one repentantly turning back to Allah. So I pray that Allah make me one of those people, and those that are watching and those that want to be part of this. Allah Alam. So now the next is that the fifth. So it can be prayed any time of the day. No, It is prayed in the late morning, not at random time. So, as I told you, you can do that close to the time of Zuri. You can start the Salat to Dua 9 a.m. Then you start praying. Then when you get to the time of as much as you can do for Dua, yeah, when it gets close to time like 10, 30 minutes, 20 minutes before the Zuri, you can. Very sorry. When it gets to the 30 minutes before the Zuhr, you can basically just stop and continue with the Salat Al Awwabin. You pray as much as you can before 15 minutes before Zuhr. Allah knows best. But since this is mentioned in the Hadith and it is mentioned as an authentic Hadith, I think this is part of us. Also, ideal time when the sun becomes hot, midway between the sunrise and Zuhr, so close to the Zuhr prayer. So praying during the three prohibited times. So now, what you should avoid. So now, basically, this is what should be avoided. Please take note because so now praying during the three prohibited time, the sunrise. So make sure there is that's why the 9 a.m. is okay. Zawal, or when the sun is at the zenith. That is why you, Allah Halam, will stop at the right time. Allah knows best. Then, and the next is the sunset. The sunset, we need to once it's the sunset and then we know it is towards the time of the Maghrib. So basically, Muslims don't pray at that time. No prayer. So now, the some may except Allah knows best. There are some prayer that are optional. And you feel like you just want to pray them immediately, like you want to seek forgiveness from Allah. You want to ask Allah something. You want to do seek. You just do your ablution and you pray. Allah knows best. But basically, we are not. Are meant to pray at this time as Muslims for certain reasons. So summary table of misconception. So this is basically it. I refer to the later dua. So misconception. This is basically from Sahih Muslim. Our bin is a Maghrib prayer. Like I told you, this hadith is weak. We've checked it. It is obligatory. It is not obligatory. It is optional. It is not compulsory. You can do it if you like. Must be six. No. You can pray as much as you like to as much as you like. In pairs 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Explicitly commanded in the Quran, no direct mention but linked to praise term Arab. Sunnah can be prayed at any time. No, best prayed in the late morning, which is dua time, not randomly. So may Allah make it easy on us. Now, for the fact that we've gone through this and I've come to my conclusion that since there's an authentic value for this, I'll start doing this. Wallah alam. I used to do the two alone, but I know from whatever I've done from the hadith that towards the end of the dua is when you get the awabin. But intention matters in Islam, and Allah knows best. But if it happens that if we are doing the dua, the word awabin is basically simply means the one that is closer to Zuri. Allah still knows best. Allah is the Lord. Allah is Al Akam. Allah is Al Adlu. So Allah is the judge, and Allah is the just, the truth. So now to end, so what is it basically? Why are we doing this to end the reward of being among the hour being and prayer dua prayer during the late part of the morning. So if it happens that you are not, you feel like the Salat Dua, but this is an authentic hadith. We've seen the authentic hadith, so I cannot do away with this. I've decided and I've made up my mind since when I was a young man that I've decided to follow the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So I'm going with this since this is authentic, and I pray that Allah guide me to what is better for me and you. And I'm also going with the dua. So now I'm going with both of them. I pray that Allah make it easy for us. So now, um, like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Please share with your families and let's continue this. Let's continue verifying what is in the Quran and what's in the Hadith for Muslims. And let's, because the Prophet said, the Prophet has given, Allah has given it to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the Prophet has given it to us. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So we need to please follow whatever the Prophet has given to us so that we don't fall victim to sectarianism, we don't become sectarian Muslims. Because if you are not practicing Islam, you are not practicing Islam. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.